Hello! We have 3 stories today and a return to form with some top posts from Entitled People. Our first story features a local busybody who's unhappy living next to a school and decides to sound off against a high school band. Spoiler alert, she doesn't win. Story 1. So, this is a story from a while ago, and there needs to be some context to the text I will share. When I started high school, my school started renovations, and part of that was building a bigger and better baseball field. The previous field was torn down and a parking lot was put in its place. The new baseball field was one street over from the old one. You could still see the parking lot from the baseball field. It was not a big move, is the point. Our marching band would practice on the baseball field on the nights when the football team had practice, since the football team was using the stadium. They painted a mock-up of the football field on the baseball outfield and used it to practice their marching show. A couple days into their practicing, a woman started showing up with a sound gun and measuring how many decibels of sound the band was producing. She then would drive up and blare on her car horn during their practice. Eventually, this culminated in her putting signs up on her house that stated the band had no respect. Also, that the school should respect where they built because the houses were there first. She lived right across from the baseball field, kind of in between the baseball field and the parking lot of the old field. She stated that she had lived there for years, but that this was a new problem, only recently. However, the marching band had been practicing on that field since it was built, 3 years before the start of this saga, and on the old field long before that. So that didn't make any sense that she claimed they hadn't practiced there before. She also stated that her husband was sick and needed to rest at night, but the band practiced for 3 hours and were done at 9. It wasn't any more disruptive than a football game. The school also had games happening almost every night between soccer, football, and the JV teams, but she only ever complained and threatened the band. Here is a summary of a Facebook exchange between the Karen and some of the band mothers and other concerned citizens. These were comments below a post from a citizen pointing out the band had practiced on that field for a long time, and no one in the town had ever complained. Mother number 1. I was at practice the night she came up the street blaring her horn. She emails the band director after every practice and harasses him. The school has permits from the town to practice on Tuesday and Thursday from 6 to 9. Town sound ordinances don't start until after 10. I've spoken to several police officers at football games who have all said she is crazy and shouldn't have moved near a high school if she doesn't like the noise. The band had an independent company come and read the sound decibels, and they didn't register as being above the ordinance. They registered no louder than a lawnmower. The baseball field moved from across the street, and the band did practice in the old one. She can sue the town all she wants, but no laws have been broken. She is just an unhappy person who wants attention. She even said a few posts back that she didn't ask for her rent to be refunded or paid for. Her husband is healing, but there are thousands of people in this town with health issues and tragic stories. They deal with them every day too. Why is she so special? Why is her story more tragic than others? And please, stop throwing the Christian and Bible around. No one is a perfect human, not even you, Karen. Booing these kids and putting up signs is 100% attacking them. But you are way too crazy to explain anything to. You have all the answers, and you are the queen of this town, so we should all bow down. I don't think so. Mother number 2. I said the same thing, but apparently she's not targeting the children. And I've been blocked? Mother number 1 to mother number 2. Blocked by who? Her? Because she only knows her truth. I bet her husband cries in pain from living with her. Karen. The school does not have permits, as the town did not give them one. You tried. Haha. My only complaint is the baseball field practice. And now that it isn't being situated, I'm taking it to court so that the baseball field is removed, because it is directly affecting my property and it was not there when I moved in. Mother number 1. Yes, they do. And you waste all the money and time you want. I'm sure you're independently wealthy enough to win. And the years it will take for the courts to tell you you're bat crazy, well, it's your time and money. Have fun with that. Meanwhile, you've made so many friends here in our town. Now that I know your full name and your husband's, I'm sure to let people know how much you love living here. So what if it wasn't there? It's there now, and it's town property. They can do what they want with it. Now grow the up and deal. Mother number 3. Normally, I would have a mouthful of debatable points, but I have no words for this issue. In another conversation, Karen started with, Concerned citizen number 1, how much do you want to bet I own a gun? Concerned citizen responded, What the Must have the wrong concerned citizen. Concerned citizen number 2, is that a threat? Back off. People can screenshot your posts and take them to the police. Mother number 4, yes, an emotional woman with a gun near all those children scares me. So Karen says, if someone trespasses on my property, I have the right to shoot them. You should do your research, babe. Near a school or a barn, the law remains the same. Invading and trespassing. I'm protecting myself. I'm not emotional. I'm actually 100% sound. And I'm allowed to use my First Amendment to the full extent of the law. Mother number 5. Honey, are you okay? You are not allowed to just shoot people. This is exactly why unhinged people like you shouldn't have guns. Move if you don't like being near a school. Kind of asked for it, honestly. I can defend myself from intruders and if I'm being attacked. Mother number 6. No one is attacking you. Calm down. That's all I have, but I know she started cyberstalking the concerned mothers and threatening them with their personal information. She ended up getting evicted by her landlord. Turns out, she had just moved in that summer, not lived there for years, as she had claimed. In the comments, Jim Habfan said, I had a neighbor who built his house next to a dairy farm and then complained about the cows mooing at night. Some people aren't happy unless they feel victimized in some way. Achilles and Tortoise said, there was a lot of building in our small town, lots of new houses very close together next to our local church. The new occupants demanded that the church bells were silenced, as it was disturbing their Sunday. The houses were built 3 years ago. The church was built around 1150 AD, and the current bells were put in about 1600. Gloomy Republic said, shouldn't she be claiming Second Amendment if she wants to shoot someone, or at least castle law if her state has it? My state says the intruder has to be inside, and me in fear of my life before I can shoot. So she best double check. Pristine Choice added, maybe she meant her First Amendment right to sound like an idiot. Nothing scarier than a crazy Karen with a gun, am I right? Especially one who thinks she can go around shooting people she just doesn't like. My favorite part is that she moved in years ago. Right, Karen. There's really no reasoning with delusion. Also, classic that she's waving around threats that can be used against her in the court of law. I'm glad this school band can now practice in peace. Good riddance. Our second story has a woman who's ready to live that glamorous, kept insta-famous life now that she's finally achieved being a single mom? Oof. Story 2. This is not my post. One of my overseas friends allowed me to post it here, and English is not my first language. It is my third. So for a little backstory, I am currently in my early 50s living with my mom who's in her 80s working 2 jobs and being her caregiver. My sister who's late 50s who also works 2 jobs and taking care of a severely disabled husband. We are both trying to pay off debt and living paycheck to paycheck. So this story is about my sister's daughter. My sister's daughter, let's call her Allie, is 34 years old and is currently 7 months pregnant. Now, she doesn't like to work, and she currently lives in her baby daddy's relative's tiny house community for cheap rent. And her baby daddy don't even pay for his first 2 kids by his 2 ex-wives. So, on to the situation. This past weekend was my niece Allie's baby shower, and we were having it at my sister's house. And we set up everything for her. So a lot of our side of the family was there, and the baby daddy family was there too. So the party was going on without a hitch. Then, Allie, in the middle of the party, decides to make an announcement. She gives everyone in the family a piece of paper and a pen. She tells everyone on our family, including her baby daddy's family, she wants us to write all work schedules and how much we are willing to contribute to her monthly. Oh my gosh. No, she didn't. That's when she announced that she wants to be a single, stay-at-home mom for the first 5 years of her child's life. She wants all of us to support her monthly and be free babysitters according to our schedules. That's when we all found out she quit her job. To say that it did not go off well in the family, especially her baby daddy's family, is an understatement. This caused a huge argument in my sister's house. My sister was so angry that she ended the party quickly and kicked her daughter out of her house. Sister would not let her leave with the gifts, saying she's keeping them to pay for the party. My sister also found out that Allie expected to stay in the tiny house community for free. If not for free, we were going to pay her rent. So her baby daddy relative that owns the property is about to evict her soon. She's currently not speaking to any of us until we apologize and agree to her terms, or we will not see the baby. Me and my family are choosing this hill to die on because we do not have the money to support her as a single mom for the first 5 years of the child's life. If evicted, she can't live with any of us because our houses are small and barely can fit us. Allie is living on planet denial. In the comments, Raffles said, "Bloody make sure your sister deadbolts her house because I bet you that she will be there soon with her bag saying, 'I have nowhere to go and I'm having your grandbaby, so you have to help us.'" Whole Course Meal said, "Can you imagine going to that shower? Hey everyone, gather around. I have really amazing news. You are all going to physically and financially support me for the next 5 years. Isn't that exciting? What in the audacity? OP, I'm so sorry that you have this piece of work in your family. Good for your sister kicking her daughter out. This has to take the cake for entitlement. And the only reasonable response is tough love. Allie needs to shape up or get the heck out. Support for 5 years? The fact that she chose a guy that is dodging child support for his 2 kids that he already has, this does not bode well for the poor baby. My goodness. Our third story has a woman who wants it her way and isn't about to be bothered with what the menu actually says, but ends up eating her words along with her salad. Story 3. I was working at a restaurant at 18 while also studying full-time and doing a lot of extracurriculars. I was a server but hadn't gotten money privileges yet because no one had any time to train me. Edit. Money privileges equals couldn't handle cash. The entitled mother came in with her 2 little bitless entitled kids, and a lot more people with her. It was like an 8-person party. They wanted to get seated together at the lunch rush hour, and after some work, I got a table outside for them. They complained when it was dirty, even when I started to clean it the second they got there. The last party had left like a minute ago. The problem started when I got them the menus. We spoke English, but they wanted their native language's menus. No problem. I asked for their drinks, water, and started to write down appetizers. Entitled mother, pointing at an appetizer, said, "I'm going to get that salad." "I'm sorry, but that's not a salad. It's an appetizer, so it's salmon with the salad garnish. Would you want the appetizer, then a salad?" "But I want that salad." "I'm sorry, I'll try to explain. It is this size." I gestured to show there's like palm-sized portion of sliced cold salmon, and it has just a decoration of salad on top, like this. Gesturing sprinkling with a few garnishes on. "But I want that salad." "Well, I'll show you and explain. The salmon isn't a salad, it's just a bite of salmon on a plate. These," trying to find the salads from a different language menu and then pointing, "are the salads in the menu. We can do the appetizer with the salad and get the cooks to put it on top." "But that costs more. That's stupid. You're a bad waiter. Why do I need to pay more when I want that salad?" Pointing at the salmon appetizer that most definitely still isn't a salad. I'm just at a loss for words at this point. I've tried gesturing, pointing at the word garnish in the English name below their native language menus, explaining that it's this size and will not be a salad. So what will we do now? You can most definitely get that appetizer, but I'll just say one more time that it is not a salad. It's just salmon. "I will take it. I don't care." I write down all the appetizer orders and put them in the system. When I get to their table with their appetizers, "Where's my salad? That's not a salad. I ordered a salad with salmon." I sigh. "As I said, it wasn't and still isn't a salad, but you still—" She interrupts me and screeches, "But it said salad on the menu. Look here." She's pointing at the words, salad garnish. In my dreams, I just vanish somewhere cold where I don't get a heat stroke at the same time I need to handle this BS. But I just patiently nod, and point at the few garnish salads on the top of her salmon. Yep, that is the salad. She looks like she might blow up, so I continue. But I can very well take your main course order so you can get a salad to eat with that. There's salad 1, salad 2, a Greek salad. She gets really snappy. I'll take the Greek salad then. Then we had a problem with specialty drinks. The coffee shop next door had their advertisements near the restaurant, and the entitled mother wanted 2 of their lemonades. I explained that there's no way they could get the lemonade unless they wanted to wait for 30 plus minutes. It was so hectic there they couldn't make orders for the restaurant for a while. There was also a transfer fee, €150 for it to be brought from the coffee shop to the restaurant. Entitled mother didn't want to pay more and wanted the lemonades this instant. I offered a very sad compromise, Sprite or sparkling water with lemon slices. They said they wanted the sparkling water with lemon slices, and when I took the drinks over, it started again. This is not lemonade. It doesn't even look the same as in the picture, pointing at the coffee shop. Ma'am, you agreed to the sparkling water with lemon. It would have taken at least 30 minutes for the lemonade to arrive, and you also didn't want to pay a transfer fee. Entitled mother, realizing she did agree to it, says, "It's not lemonade, but I guess my kids will drink it." This attitude and problem making continued throughout their whole stay. Well, in the end, the entitled mother got her salad. The party got whatever food they wanted. I got to run in the heat and serve their every order because it was so busy I didn't have the time to even properly clean tables. The kids wanted and got more sparkling water with lemon, and I got to clean the mess they made on the table when they left. Food everywhere, napkins put in full water glasses. Fun times. OP, I feel for you. It would have taken everything in me not to throw the garnish, whatever it was, in her face. Take some solace in knowing that her kids will mirror her behavior, and with any hope, turn on her. If you've enjoyed the story and would like to hear more, consider liking, subscribing, and leaving a comment. Thanks, and bye for now.